Hey friends, hope you're doing well. The movie opens on a disturbing scene. A woman named Violet lies injured and bloodied on the ground, struggling to crawl away. But before she can escape, her husband Blake shows up and brutally kicks her back down. Moments later, Blake points a gun at Violet, then does something unexpected. He hands her the gun and urges her to pull the trigger. Fast forward a few years, and Violet's life looks very different. She's healed, rebuilt herself, and now works as a therapist, helping women who've survived domestic abuse, women just like she once was. One morning, Violet receives a text from a man named Henry, asking her out on a date. Around the same time, a man claiming to be from the electric company arrives to check the meter. Violet doesn't think much of it and lets him inside. As evening falls, we see Violet at home, spending time with her young son, Toby. Soon, her sister Jen arrives to babysit while Violet heads out for the night. After getting dressed, Violet reminds Jen that Toby must be in bed by 8 p.m. sharp, and casually mentions that she'll be keeping an eye on them through the house's CCTV cameras. Violet then arrives at an upscale restaurant located high above the city. While riding the elevator, she gets another message from Henry, saying he'll be about 10 minutes late and asking her to wait at the bar. So Violet heads over and meets a warm, friendly bartender named Kara. She orders a drink and admits she's feeling nervous. After all, this is her first date with Henry. Moments later, Violet is unexpectedly approached by an elderly man named Richard, who mistakes her for his date, Diane. Violet quickly clears up the confusion, and an embarrassed Richard apologizes, explaining that he's waiting for a blind date. The awkward moment fades, and the two share a lighthearted toast, wishing each other luck on their dates. But before the moment can settle, they're interrupted by a man named Phil, who suddenly jumps in and starts flirting with Violet, even asking her for a song request. Trying to brush him off, Violet jokingly asks him to play Baby Shark, which makes him laugh. Before things get uncomfortable, Kara steps in and casually announces that Violet is already on a date, sending Phil away. Kara then apologizes, explaining that Phil is the new piano guy, who flirts with just about everyone. Right on cue, Diane finally arrives, and Richard happily heads off with her to their table. As Violet waits, she texts her sister, when suddenly, a random meme pops up on her phone through DigiDrop, an app similar to AirDrop. Confused, Violet looks around and notices several people checking their phones too, trying to figure out who sent it. Just then, Henry finally arrives. He warmly compliments Violet on how beautiful she looks, and the two head toward their reserved table, which offers a stunning view of the city below. As they sit down, Henry introduces himself as a photographer and apologizes for carrying his bag,